Good morning. Take out your snack, get unpacked. I did that in the wrong sequence or the wrong order. Take out your snack and get unpacked. Are you ready to rock? Okay, good. Today, we're getting back into the planets. I'm going to start talking about why are we learning about them? Why is it important to learn things? Why do we send astronauts to outer space? I think we had an astronaut at Halloween this year. Kind of fun to imagine what it's like being an astronaut because it's got to be pretty mysterious and pretty magical being up in outer space and looking down at that tiny, tiny Earth. Well, I do want to review one time what we learned yesterday was my very excellent mother just sent us nachos. And I was surprised to find out that I wasn't eating nachos in front of you guys because there were none left. And in my house, when there's no nachos left, people say there's no food. Well, today we're talking more about the solar system. What is it? Well, it's in outer space. It's the sun and the 8 planets we're really discussing. But I want to talk a little bit deeper about the planets. I'm not going to expect a lot of information to be shared about, different facts about the planets. Just know that they're in our solar system is made up of the sun and 8 planets. Okay, that's really important to be learning in our objective today. So some of the things about the planets, kind of interesting. So just take, for example, Mercury, all right, the closest planet to the sun. You probably want to live there. And then there's reasons why you wouldn't want to live on that planet. There are things about that planet. So in other words, the good news is you would have a birthday 4 times a year because it travels it's so close to the sun that it goes around it quicker. And every time it goes around the sun 1 time, that's 1 year. So it does that 4 times when the Earth does it 1 time. So that means 4 birthdays. I would like living there. Holy cow, hold on a second. It's 650 degrees. That's 5 times hotter. That means that, it's not a hot summer day. That means it's like a heat storm like you've never seen before, and just hot stuff. So we can't live on Mercury. Changed my mind about the birthday thing. The next one is Venus, okay? And Venus, in our acronym, we remember as very. My is Mercury, Venus is very. And it's kind of like the Earth in a lot of different ways. But I just wanted to say that Venus is brighter than any other planet. Take a look at Venus. It's the brightest planet. Pretty cool stuff. Now, if we move on to, anybody recognize this planet? Ever seen that before? Oh, that's right. We live on that planet. What planet are you from? Well, I'm from the planet Earth. Yes, we are from the planet Earth. And we don't feel it, but the Earth is rotating. And it is orbiting the sun or moving around in a circle, following that path. It is the 3rd planet away from the sun. And the Earth has that moon that spins around the Earth. And we see the sun shining off it in the sky sometimes. We talked about the full moon. Well, that's our moon. That belongs to the Earth. It's us. It spins around the Earth. Belongs to the Earth. That's the Earth's moon. Did you know that other planets have like 3 moons and 2 moons and 1 moon and different types of moons on their planets? So this is our moon. Take a look at it. There she is. And the moon will rotate around in a circle. Very nice stuff. So it spins like atop that Earth. And in 24 hours, it will completely spin around in a circle. Now, we've talked a lot about last week when our side of the sun when our side of the Earth turns toward the sun, we have day. And when our side of the Earth turns away from the sun when it's spinning, we have night. Very good. So the planet spinning around that has to do with the seasons. This winter, spring, summer, fall. Each season we're in a different position in the solar system of where we are near the sun. Now Mars is a very red planet. And take a look at this. We're going to go. You're not going to believe this. We're going to go. Oh, it might have been Wednesdays. But we either went or we're going to go today on that Martian rover expedition. A little tough to navigate, but you're going to be able to control a robot spaceship that kind of walks on planets and looks around and takes pictures of stuff. And you're going to see what the rocky soil is like, and you really get a feel for it. And I want you to pretend that you're an astronaut. Okay, that's the important part about that. So yeah, they've been studying the soil and the surface of Mars for a long time. Let's take a look at Mars. That's Mars. See that red? The reddish color? Now we're going to talk about the biggest planet. Okay, the largest of all known planets. Now this isn't red, but it has that reddish spot, and that's how people identify it. Welcome to Jupiter. There's the red spot. Do you see it? Oh yeah, you can always tell Jupiter from that red spot. Jupiter is just in our poem. So we have my, Mercury, V for very, and very is Venus. E for excellent, excellence, Earth. M for mother, mother is Mars, the red planet. And J for Jupiter with the big red spot. Jupiter, it takes 12 years for Jupiter to go around the sun. So you see how the planets further away from the sun, it takes them a longer time to go all the way around the sun. 12 years. I don't want to wait 12 years for my birthday. That's too long. I'm planning for my birthday in January now. Saturn. I was waiting to get to this one. It's my favorite planet. Yeah, a long time ago, astronomers thought, oh, wow, that has one big ring. That's not a big ring. That's many, many big rings. Icy rings. Saturn is famous for its rings. It looks so beautiful. And scientists thought it was only one ring. Later they discovered that there's many icy rings around Saturn. Wow. Saturn is the farthest planet from the sun that you can see without a telescope. And as you probably already know, Saturn is a very, very close, if we're talking about icy rings, we're talking about being far away from the sun, outer planet, not the inner planet like Earth where you can live on. Now this says the last 3 planets, but this is an older book. We don't count Pluto. Pluto doesn't count anymore. It's a dwarf planet. So we're really just focusing on Uranus and Neptune. Oh, look at beautiful birds over there. Orange. Never seen birds like that. Okay. Now this is the 7th. It's called Uranus. And what color is Uranus? Yeah, it's a green. And that's how you can tell. It's a green glow. And the last one is Neptune, the 8th planet from the sun. And what color is that? Oh, it looks like the whole planet's an ocean, but it's not. So this is what I was talking about, the Pluto, the furthest one. And finally, there is the 9th planet, which remember, we don't call it a planet. It doesn't count. It's so small that scientists used to believe that Pluto was not a planet. But it's but a moon had left Neptune's orbit because it's so far away. So it's just a very mysterious type of planet, they say. But we're not going to even count that. Well, we talked about a lot of important things today. Talked about each and every planet. And I hope you learned a little something. If you like planets, you may want to check out my video tomorrow, which I feel like, oh, you gotta see this bird. Hi, pretty bird. I love being out here with the birds. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.